Today we're going to talk about how you can submit news releases through the Member Information Center. So here I am in my dashboard when I log into the Member Information Center, and on the left hand side you'll see a shortcut for news releases. So if I click here, I can see I see a stream of the different results that are out there now of news releases, but I can add my own news release by clicking this blue button. And this is appropriate for press releases or any type of news or announcements that you have that you would like to share. These would appear on the website as well as in our newsletter, and I'll show you an example in just a moment. But here you want to give your news release a title that's very descriptive. The reason you want it to be descriptive but not too long is because when it appears in the newsletter, I'll switch over here and show you one of our past newsletters, exactly how that shows up in the newsletter. We have a news section, and in the news section it pulls in just the title of the news item, and the title that you put in is what appears here. This is not editable by us, it just pulls in, and then this is clickable, and when you click on this title it takes you to the full release. So back over here to our news release submission. So you want to give a descriptive title here. And then put the date that you want it to begin appearing. So we send out our newsletter each Thursday, and if you want to be sure that it doesn't appear until a certain date, you want to make sure to set this date accordingly. You can also publish an end date. It defaults to 1 month for how long it appears on the site. We don't want you to set it too far out, but you should set an end date if there is anything specific like an event. If it's a news release announcing an event, you want to be sure to put the end date as of the event date, for instance. In the body text, this is where you could paste your press release body, the actual text of the press release. If it's not a press release, just put all the details here that relate to your event. So I would, be sure, of course, the date, time, location, if it's related to an event. If not, just any pertinent details as far as who to contact and things like that. You can format. You have all your standard formatting. The what you see is what you get type of toolbar here, so you can bold, center, underline, italic, all of those good things. The meta description, this is what would appear in a search engine result. So if someone was Googling specifically whatever your news item is or your event, it may come up in the Google search results, and this would be the sentence that they would see before they clicked on that result. So it's important and should include keywords. Categories, what type of news item is this? Is it a press release, a human interest item, something to do with education, or just a community event, things like that. So you can check more than one here. If you have a logo or an image you would like to upload, you can do so here. And then always put a contact person, at least the name and phone number. These fields are not all required, but I encourage you to at least put those two things. And then you can save it as a draft if you need to come back to it later. If you're maybe checking on some facts or details and you're not quite ready to submit, you can save it as a draft, or you can submit it for approval. Once you submit it for approval, it's going to come to us at the Chamber to review, and then if you ever need to come back and make changes, or maybe you saved it as a draft, when you come back into the Member Information Center, there is the link again here on the left for news releases, and you can go click the Manage News Releases button, and then your news release is here. You can open it and make any edits to the description, the dates, contact information, whatever you need, and then save your changes. And that is how you submit news releases.